Good morning. Anyone who was kind enough or patient enough to wait while I worked through drama. Drama. I hate drama, but I had drama. So hopefully you all are finding me. And I'll just sit here and hold sacred space. I'm going to rattle because I'm rattled. I'm doing the double-fisted rattle today, y'all. I can't hang. Hope you're finding me. There we go. Hey, y'all. I see you popping in. Yay! We're double-fisted rattling this morning. Thank you so much for your loving kindness and your patience. Strangely, I don't see the chat. So, let me open up the chat. Aha! There you all are. Oh my gosh. Yay! Thank you all. Thank you so much. I'm clearing space. Clearing space. Yay! Aaron Fucci, I need to connect with you this week. Aaron Fucci. Good morning, everyone. Woo! Hey, I've got 2 bear rattles. I do. I'm like a little kid. I got cute, but I do. Good morning. Good morning. You guys, thank you so much for hanging with me. I give you my word, no more Twitch. I'm done with Twitch. And, hey, Angie, how are you? That rattle's for you, Angie. I don't know about you all, but there have been some crazy things happening in the universe that when I've been resistant to, things just go worse. And, before I get started, let me thank my moderators. Thank you, Teapot. You are a doll. Maureen, oh my God, baby doll. Amy, thank you all so much. It is such a great honor to work with you all. You guys are always so gracious and kind and patient when I boof whatever. Although this wasn't me this time, I'm telling you, it was Twitch. But let me take a sip of water because I wonder if anyone else is, I wonder if any, thank you, Kelly, whoever you're telling, whoever I'm live here. But has anybody else noticed a thing going on where if you're not meant for something or someone, a situation, you're not meant to buy something, you're not even meant to think something, that something immediately happens that's kind of negative or very negative, and you're like, oh, okay, I get that. Has anybody had that happening a lot? Has anybody hey y'all, has anybody had that happen a lot where you're getting no signs instantaneously from the universe? That has been happening to me so much, and it's weird because I don't know. Yeah, Lisa, Kelly, yeah, you guys are all happy. Let me tell you something. Rejection is protection. Excellent. Rejection is protection. I've got to remember that because every time I was shown no, and I ignored it in the last 2 weeks, I went on about my merry business, and then I was told no. Not just no, a little stronger. It was like no. And each time I thought, oh gosh, thank you, Kelly. Thank you so much. Yes, what is meant for you will never pass. Exactly. And so it just was this weird series of no's that kept leading me to another place. And when I ended up in this place, I learned I can't even believe this. I learned a big thing. Let me share that, Aaron, right? Synchronicity, right, Aaron? Let me share something with you all. So, I wasn't going to reveal this till the end of the year, but due to lots of things, it's probably going to be postponed to air in 2022. But as you all know, well, not all of you all, and welcome you all. I thank you so much for, if you're new here, welcome to the madness. For all of you that always hang in with me through these dang shenanigans, I don't even have the words for gratitude this morning, but just send me your addresses. I'll cut you a check. I I don't have the words, but let me tell you what the kooky thing that was it led me to. So for those of you who don't know, I worked in Hollywood for many, many, many years, and I managed child and young adult actors, master level acting coach, yak, yak, yak. So I have long wanted to do a show of my own, and that's all I can say about it. But it's not about me. It's not like the Bernadette show, like the Roseanne show or Ellen or anything like that. It's not like that. But I wanted to do a show. And I have a co-writer who has asked to stay anonymous, but people dream of having this kind of writing team. So we've been working on it, and then I had another project that just I had to set that aside for a little while and get on this other project. Oh, wait, yeah, it's the 702-page book that I'm furiously putting together. So what's happening is behind the scenes, we're doing very, very, slow work on this show, and that's all I'm going to say about it. And for those of you who have really big dreams and aspirations, and I know some of you do because you've emailed me about them, I don't know if you know this. You probably did. I didn't. You can have apps developed where you can stream your own show live to oh my God, any number of places, but you can stream it live on Roku. There are a couple of other things that you can stream it live to, so on and so forth. And so I saw that and my mind exploded. And it was every bit my intent to produce the show myself. And I've already started to put together the team, for the back end of it, makeup and grips and producers and all that kind of thing. Because it takes a long time to do that. But I was led, I wasn't exactly sure where and how. I knew I'd up it, on my YouTube channel and whatever, because a lot of people do that. But then when I saw this, my head exploded. And so just so you all know, that is when I keep talking about this big project, that's in the works behind things. As soon as I get the book off to the printer, and we're still ahead of schedule, unlike Twitch, we're way ahead of schedule on everything. So I'm going to ask you guys something. I never ask for anything for myself because that doesn't feel right to me. I'm here for you all. And really, this isn't for me. It's for me, my writing partner, and everyone that will benefit from this show, because you will. Oh, yes, you will. There's never, ever been anything like it. Not many people can say that when they're producing a show, but I'm telling you, there's never been anything like it. And I would really ask for you all to hold sacred space about this project. It's vitally important. It is, I have been shown every day in every way that it's coming, that it's needed. And so there you have it. All right. I am going to get started with readings. And another thing that I'm going to do, I'm guessing you guys can hear me. I'm guessing. You guys can hear me, right? Okay, great, Angela. Thank you. Okay, cool. Hey, y'all. Okay. All right. So I'm doing a big reveal about a show I'm producing, and you guys are like, "Good morning. I just heard that." So, okay, clear as a bell. Ding. All right, cool. So, I've watched some other YouTubers do their readings via Zodiac Sign. Do you guys like it when they do that? Do you guys like it when they read via Zodiac Sign, or do you like it better when I just say who I'm getting it to? Thank you, Kelly. Thank you. I needed an atta girl. Thank you for the congratulations. Appreciate that. Oh, Lordy. Maureen, can you tell? I don't know what waiting room they're in. You like my process. Okay. Y'all, this morning was a big That's okay, Maureen. They'll figure it out. And I'll send out a notice. All right. So the overall card for everyone this morning is the World card. It's the Macaw. Need I say more? Need I say more? Need I say more? Lisa, if you tell me Lisa Snyder, if you tell me you drew this card last night, I'm gonna fall out my chair. I will. I'll literally go bonk and fall right out of my chair. Come on now. Tanya Poss, I love you. I love all y'all, but Okay, do my thing. Okay, now, so here's another big reveal. Okay, here's another big reveal. So starting next week, I'm going to do 3 lives a week. Yes, 3. And we're not Twitching them, we're YouTubing them. If people want to find me, they're just going to have to come to YouTube, and that's that. Enough with the Facebook multi-streaming, enough with the this streaming, and I'm done. We're done here. So I'm only doing YouTube. Or you can go to my forums. That's it. Here or my forums. Here or my forums. Hey, Don, you like both. Thank you. Okay, so, Dawn, your unique style, which means you're a little left of center, Bernadette. So here's the thing. I'm going to do a couple of different formats. So on Mondays, I'm going to do readings by zodiac sign. Then Wednesdays, the first part of the show, the half an hour, is going to be the animal for the day. And we're going to do a deep dive. You guys, I get tons of emails from everybody because a lot of people watch this show, even though we do it live, a lot of people watch this show after the fact. So I've gotten a lot of comments and a lot of really good feedback. And so when I pull the animal of the day, folks really want me to go into more of a deep dive about that animal, if you're going to use it as or not use, but if you're going to be in a relationship with it as a power animal, a spirit animal, a totem animal, it's all different. So the format is the first part of Wednesday morning. It'll be about 20, 25 minutes worth of that. And then I'm going to do like we're not for sure exactly what we're going to do after that. I might work with like 1 chakra a week, and then maybe do some psychic development after that. And then Fridays, we haven't 1,000% figured out, but I'll have it by then. So it's this very cool. Thanks, Don. I lost my dang train of thought. Anyway, I'll let you guys know. But here's the other thing. I noticed not really anybody was teaching tarot for free online or like psychic development. I haven't found it for free. Don't mistake me. I want y'all to take my classes. I'm putting those together too. And for those of you that are on here that pledge the Mama Bear or the Mother Gaia on my Kickstarter, I sent a newsletter last week. I hope you got it. About everybody at this point has responded to the survey, so I think you did. But that class starts July 7th. So all that said, thank you guys for loving the idea. Yeah, I just wanted to give you all more variety because not everybody can afford to take a psychic development class. And, just learning how to do it is one thing. Then having a coach work specifically with you, it takes you to a whole different planet. But to start to get the information and to start to kind of, do some work around it on your own, I think that's really important. Plus, everything blends together, you guys. The chakras, the auras, the, even angel energy, the whole 9 yards. So it's kind of like school/readings, if that makes sense. Anyway, I hope you'll like it. Okay, so again, let's talk about the macaw. Let's talk about the world card. So many exciting things are going on right now for you, but you may not know it. And what I keep seeing is this. And when I see that in my psychic eye, I'm being told that the tiniest of things could be literally changing your life. Literally changing your life. Now, Amy, I want to say, no, you don't, but you do, girl. So, okay, I'm being told to tell you, I'm going to tell you this story, but then you're going to see it. I'm going to tell you this story, but then you're going to see it in the video. And here's what it has to do with the world card. Okay. So some of you know I taught a class in the Villages, Florida last week, and there's video of it. Joel's there's like 2.5 hours worth of footage to go to. It's a lot for him to go through and edit and, be what we want it to be. But, so, when you do a class, a workshop, people don't, unless it's specifically to learn about something, no one comes to see a psychic, shaman, blog, medium, tarot reader because they want to learn how to do it themselves. Not in that format. They want you to do readings, right? So I, of course, did my opener and then took everybody kind of to that place with my drum. You guys, Wild Pack. If you have the opportunity to get a drum from Catherine, I'm begging you, get a drum, because the resonance of the drums that she creates is astounding. Beyond the artwork, everybody made a comment, and there were like 70 people in this class, made a comment about the tone of the drum. It just really got them. So, all that said, yeah, little C, big C, I think so too. I go to classes all the time, right? Teapot, I know you need a drum like that. We'll talk, darling. So all of that said, I did what all platform psychic mediums do. I just went to the person that I was energetically drawn to. So this one gal, I mean, my entire body lit up, and she was sitting at the back of the room, but right in front of me. And I was looking down for a second, and I looked up, and when I made eye contact with this woman, she started to do this, and I said, it's too late now. So I went over to her, asked her some questions to make sure I was in her energy. She confirmed everything, and I started to give her messages. So you're never late. You're always on perfect timing, C. Canuel. So, Teapot, would you mind grabbing CatherineSkaggs.com and plopping it in the chat, please, for CatherineSkaggs.com? She and I actually are doing a video later today about drumming and shamanism, and that'll be up on the channel probably next week. But anyway, so I give this gal her messages, and then Spirit says one more thing. And I was turned back around to her, and I went, one more thing. I said, what's this thing with what's this thing with guitars and guitar picks and that kind of thing? She said nothing. I said, no, there is. She said, well, my husband has a couple, but he's always wanted to learn to play. And I was like, right, but you have no connection to guitars. And she laughed. We all laughed. She said, well, my brother-in-law plays guitar a lot. I believe she said he's a professional musician and guitar is what he plays. So all of a sudden, out of my right, this lady jumps up out of her chair, scared the living daylights out of me. She zooms over, dives onto the floor. Everybody's like looking at her. And she turns around with something that she's holding like this. And she walks over to the lady, and she takes her hand, and she puts puts this thing in that lady's hand. The lady looks down at it. She looks at me. Her face is white as a ghost. I said, what is that? She said, it's a pick. It's a guitar pick. I don't know where that pick came from. I don't know how it ended up next to her. I mean, I do know, but it was crazy, y'all. But I've seen that happen one other time when there was the physical manifestation of something that was vitally important to someone, to a message for them. And it happened to me. I'll at the bottom line is I was moving, and one day I went in and cleaned out a warehouse. I swept it. Everything in there was swept. I came back the next morning, and there was a plastic blue R in the right dead center in the middle of my warehouse, and Rachel is my middle name. And I knew my mom had made the physical manifestation and placed it there because I was questioning everything at that time during that move. So when that lady, first of all, I don't even know how she saw it. The pattern in that carpet gave me vertigo. It was just awful. But I don't even know how she saw it. Anyway, you'll see in the video, y'all, I rarely lose my composure. Almost never do I lose my composure. Even if I'm like last week when I was telling those people, the scammers, I was telling them, I deliberately said what I said. I didn't lose control of myself. It was a deliberate when I told them to go to hell. I was completely deliberate. But it stunned me so much. I had to lean against a door jamb. I thought my knees were going to come right out from under me. That is a once or twice in a lifetime kind of experience for any psychic medium or shamanic worker that I know. I mean, there are millions of us out there, so I've got to believe it's out there. But I I just wowzers, 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 right? Right? I did break out the middle name. So Bernadette Rachel Carter, don't forget it. Well, that's my maiden name. Bernadette Rachel King is my married name. Even though I'm not married anymore. But anyway, so I want to share that story with you all because I was told to, only because the World card came out. Because here's what happened. From that experience, so many different offers and comments and so many things opened up because of that. I'm already so grateful for the world I live in. I really do lead a charmed life. I'm so fortunate. I don't know why, but I don't know how it happened, but I am very fortunate. That was a big thing, right? But the little things are like, yesterday I was walking around the corner of my house, and there's a stump that sometimes I trip on because I always cut the corner of the sidewalk instead of just walking around the sidewalk. And I busted hiney. Y'all should see the scratch on my knee. I look like a 9-year-old that fell off their bike. But at the moment, I was thinking about something, and I was like, I'm doing it. When I went down, I'm not doing it. No way. That literally took the legs right out from under me. And I was thinking of that thing at that moment. So there is a call it is a sign, Itzia, it is a sign. So the thing is you're being called, excuse me, to look at every tiny detail of everything. Now, don't get neurotic. Don't get hyper vigilant and obsessive compulsive, but just settle in and listen to the feel of things, or listen to the words that come to you, or look at all the signs around you when you are trying to decide something, if you're going the right way or if you're not. Now, all that being said, repeated phrases, I don't remember who it was already, but repeated phrases are thank you, little C, big C. So somebody earlier said, I just read that phrase or heard that phrase yesterday. That's a sign that, that's synchronistic, right? Less than 24 hours later and you hear the same thing. So the first thing that you're being called for is to just look at the little things. Don't expect every message to come to you like, hello, I have a message for you. Like it's God talking down to you from the heavens. Sometimes it works that way. Sometimes. So there's that. The other thing is, you guys know the symbolism of the rainbow. And it's, the symbolism of the rainbow and all the different colors. We don't have to go into that. But I'm looking up because all of a sudden I'm seeing a literal rainbow, but I'm seeing the color blue. I'm seeing the color blue stand out from the other colors of the rainbow. And that's going to lead me to the next message. This is for you all who I'm very drawn to the throat chakra. Very drawn to the throat chakra. But I'm also drawn to anyone who's struggling with self-worth. Now, I think all of us do. I was just having this conversation with Amy yesterday. We all struggle with self-worth at different points in our lives. I think, except for people that swing the other way on the pendulum and, narcissists and sociopaths and psychopaths, and somewhere deep inside, I've got to believe they feel remorse or they feel a lack of self-worth, but who knows? But here's the thing, right? We do all eat it. We all struggle with it. But this is the thing. Again, this is specifically if you are having trouble vocalizing your worth. And this is very specifically for people who in this moment are really having a struggle with self-worth. And I'm going to draw a card for you, but this is the card. This is the card for you all. And when I say vocalizing self-worth, that maybe even can be to, hey, Nikki, hey, y'all. That can really be to, that can be to yourself. Okay. 2 cards. 6 of Cups is the Otter, and Capybara, which is from the Moms and Babies. The Moms and Babies part of the Arc deck. So let me just say this. I'm not a medical professional of any kind, and I'm not diagnosing. But these are 2 cards that really bring up childhood. Otter is all about the inner child and play and family. And, you know, Capybara is, again, from the Moms and Babies part of the deck. And that is about families and children and all that kind of thing. So good for you, Dawn. You've been taught you have no self-worth and didn't listen. That is fantastic. Okay. So the weird thing is I'm not being told that this is a garden variety, you know, get back to your inner child and do this and do that. But it does have to do with all of the things that that you might think or know about children. Generally speaking, they are eternally hopeful. Generally speaking, they see through magic eyes. And the self-worth thing, oh, this is crazy. Okay. When asking for further clarification, what the child part of this has to do with it is it's almost like you have not. I was having this conversation with Joel the other day, and he talks about when you are wanting to do something in the future, that you talk to your future self. You have conversations with your future self because that's already been created. There already is a future self, right? Like me talking 30 seconds ago, that's my past self. This is my immediate self as I talk. And the second, every nanosecond that goes by is my future self, my future self, my future self, my future self. Okay. So it is, it is, you're being asked to talk to your child because it is a separate but not separate being from you. And what you're being asked is, you guys have been on me about that retreat. I'm working on it. Believe me, we're going to have one in 2022. No joke. Aaron Fucci, I'm calling you. So you're being asked to talk to that child, the you child, the way you would any other child who would come up to you and say, I'm ugly, I'm stupid, I can't, nobody likes me, I'm fat, I'm too skinny, my teeth aren't right, I don't feel as smart as other kids, I'm not as good at sports as other kids, you know, I don't have any friends. So I would say that your job at this time, based on these 2 animals and the 6 of Cups, is it working, Michelle? You said you do this all the time. And Maureen, you said you do it. Is it working? Hello, Masha Mill. How are you? Welcome back. How's that working for you? But the thing is whatever you would tell that child that you didn't know, some kid came up to you off the street, you work with maybe you've got nieces or nephews or sons and daughters, or siblings that are way younger, whatever. Aaron Fucci, I'm calling you. We're doing a retreat. I'm not kidding. I don't kid. Well, I do kid, but you know what I'm saying. I ain't kidding. So that is the message. So that's good, Maureen. Okay. So I hope you take that message away. Now, just so you know, here's how I know. Well, here's one of the reasons that I know, other than I was told from Spirit. There was a third card that came out. It's that cutie pie little gecko sticking its tongue out at you. What would a child do? Right? So that is, if you've got a... Oh God, it's really a good thing I did comedy for a long time, because nothing embarrasses me. If your child, the you that is the child, the entity that you're talking to, starts to talk back, or say things that you're uncomfortable with or whatever, you just do this, and you stick your tongue out at them. Oh God. Yes, metaphysical madness. Oh yes, on the My Spirit Animal channel. Yes, goodness. All right, who is this going to next? Wow. Here's what I was about to say. This is for y'all who feel stuck right now, or like you're being held back from something. Okay. We're going to talk about this. You're going to talk about this because, this caterpillar is so beautiful. Y'all, if you've never studied caterpillars or moths, they're some of the most beautiful creatures on this planet. Beautiful. Okay. Stuck like Chuck. Do you know how hard it is to get a pic of my hubs without his tongue out? I don't know, but now I know. That's awesome. Okay. So this is for those of you that are feeling stuck, feeling like you're being held back. I love you, but this card tells me that wherever you're at right now, I'm not saying in other days or other times in your life or tomorrow, it won't be that someone else is, really oppressing you. But in this moment, you're oppressing yourself. The Four of Pentacles is about a scarcity consciousness. It is, it's that classic scene with that old boy sitting there like that, and he's got but he's got his feet on 2 coins. So he's made money. He's been abundant. He is successful, but he's so dang scared that somebody's going to rip it out from underneath him. He's got to sit there like a big old wampum pompum right on his, big old hateful bullfrog on his lily pad. No one's getting that lily. No one's getting that leaf out from under him. Now, I'm not saying that that's what's happening. I'm not saying that's why you're stuck. What I am saying is it's a scarcity consciousness. And that can mean a lot of different things. Masha Mel, you're stuck. Okay. Cece. All right. C. Canuel. Yay, Lisa Benusin. Ooh, what happened to Lisa? Yay. I don't know what I'm yaying about, but yay. Ben Susan. Pardon me. Okay. So the stuff that you're feeling is you're afraid, for sure, but you're so afraid it's made you tired. And what that means is sometimes when we really, have this storm going on in our heart and our mind, and we're not getting there to where we want to be, we're not getting there to where we want to be, we can fret about it all so much that it makes us absolutely physically, mentally, and emotionally depleted of energy. Oh, Nikki, I don't know what everybody's saying, but I'm sorry too. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know what it is. Okay, fear fatigue. Never heard of it. Jamie, is that a thing? Did you just make that up? That's great. Fear fatigue. Oh my gosh. Analysis paralysis. I use it all the time, right? Exactly. Okay. So that is caterpillar, right, Karen? Absolutely. Inner child and turns into a butterfly, but made of the same stuff. Correct. So that, oh, you're having burnout. Okay. So here's the thing about the fear. I want to tell you something encouraging, and I will right after I tell you this. Right after this. You're going to have to put your big girl panties on. Your big girl and big boy panties on. Because you're not afraid of the things that you think you're afraid of. You're not. And I'm feeling that actually the greater preponderance of y'all, like maybe even 80%, haven't even tried to uncover what it is that's making you afraid. And it's easy to just say, well, it's this, well, it's this, well, it's this, well, it's this. I don't think it's that easy. Might be, but not normally. So all that said, if you are, what was that? Fear, what was that term? Fear exhaustion? Hold on, I got it. Fear fatigue. I've got to remember that. That's great. Fear fatigue. If you have fear fatigue, I don't know. You've got to take the spiritual or mental or emotional or physical equivalent of like B12, right? And I'm not telling you to take B12. It's a metaphor. I'm not a doctor. I'm not diagnosing. I'm not a medical professional of any kind. But you've got to do it. You've got to do it now. It's literally like no matter how tired you are, how discouraged you are, how whatever you are, you've got to do it. You've got to stop, drop, and roll. Meaning, you are the enemy coming towards yourself. And that's never good. And it's not meant to be that way. And you're not... Oh, wow. Y'all. Man, this is so cool. Actually, even if you do have fear fatigue, something to give yourself a pat on the back for is, I'm hearing that at least 80% of you that are experiencing the fear fatigue or the burnout or whatever you want to call it, y'all actually know where you want to go and what you want to do. Do you have any idea how farther along you are than most people who have a sense of, I don't like where I am, but I don't know what else to do. I don't know where else to go. I don't know how to make it happen. I know. Oh, God. Oh, that is life. That is life for a Libra. Yes, I am. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. Yeah, B12, 12 times a day. Holy cow. So that said, I'm going to move off of that because you've gotten the message and you're either going to do it or you're not. But I hope you do, because for that 80% of you that know where you want to go, where you're headed, enough's enough. You got to get with the program. You've got to put on your big girl and big boy panties and you got to move ahead. Even if you don't want to, even if you're like, you got to push through it. You got to gut it out, because the work you want to do is so fantastic. Okay. Okay, I'm back to the throat chakra. Rosa, stop holding yourself back. Stop it right now. Okay. Well, now, here's the thing, Lisa. I'm watching these comments. So, Lisa Ben Susan, here's my 2 cents about the universe says I need to surrender so I can let the universe wow me. Little C, big C, you are going to the Antarctic. So, thank you, Jamie. That's really kind. Really appreciate it. Shout out to Jamie for the donation. You guys know 50% of the donations here go to the animal charities that I support. Okay. So when we say we need to surrender and the universe is going to bring us this, the universe is going to bring us that, the universe is not outside of you. It's inside of you. It is you. You are the universe. So when you just sit back and wait, now, I don't want to go down a whole esoteric rabbit hole, but see, these are some of the things that we're going to be talking about on the Wednesdays, where we do, like, I'll pick a topic and then we'll talk about that topic, and then it'll be like a, I don't know, almost a round table or a teaching or a something, where hopefully I give you all information that will be helpful to you. Stephine! It's really Stephanie, y'all, but I call her Stephine because that's how it's pronounced. That's how it's spelled. But anyway, okay, let's talk about these two cards. I'm taken with all of the blue in these cards, and I'm taken with the puffin as the Fool, and then the blue-footed booby as the Two of Swords. And these cards combined are absolutely, positively exclamation points to what we were just talking about. Oh my gosh. And this, yes, the blue, that's your throat chakra. It is about communication. But this is taking it to a different level. It's like whatever you're trying to decide between, because remember, the Two of Swords is that old gal sitting there with the blindfold on. And she just doesn't know what to do. But she does. That blindfold's not on her for real. She could shake her head like that. That thing come loose and hopefully look like it was a deliberate, beautiful scarf that she had around her neck. She just must not be an accessory person. The queens are better at that, and the Empress and the High Priestess, they're better at accessorizing in the tarot deck than that old gal in the Two of Swords. She needs a makeover. But anyway, so that's how I see tarot. I know, crazy. But here's the thing. Look, it's time to take the blindfold off, make a decision, and be the Fool. Take that leap of faith. Now, it cannot be a blind leap of faith, and here's what I mean. I'm learning about investing, which, by the way, I never thought I could do because I just never thought I could grasp everything that goes into it. And, my connection is unstable. Please wait while we try reconnecting. There might be a glitch. Hold on. Okay. Okay. All right, cool. Okay, good. I'm going to keep going since there's no glitch, and I'm going to ignore YouTube. Okay. I really wanted to learn about investing, and so I am. And surprisingly, I'm keeping right up with it. There are some things I have to look at 4, 5, and 6 times before I grasp it, but it's okay because at least I eventually grasp it, and it's even more okay because I haven't quit. And that's going to lead me to the things that I want to ultimately do. So I took that leap of faith, trusting that I would be able to grasp it. And so it's happening. It's just one small thing, right? I don't spend a lot of time on it. I don't do a lot, but it was something I've always wanted to learn and something I've always wanted to do. And so that's what's happening. So, right, Aaron? It very well could have been, y'all. I jacked my knee, but good. Thank goodness for Neosporin. That's the stuff healing dreams are made of. So, y'all, I'm so anchored in this energy for you. I'm asking the animal allies to tell me other ways to describe it to you, because it's almost like, no, it's exactly like if I could take a poll of every one of y'all right now and ask you, what's your dream going on? What's this thing you're cooking up in your head? What is this thing? And it can be anything. It can be, it could be anything. It could be learning to cook a certain dish. It could be getting your hair cut. Maybe you're thinking about, getting your hair colored a real different color or chopping it all off. Maybe you're thinking about leaving one relationship or you're thinking about getting into a relationship. This could have something to do with your fur babies. It could have anything to do with anybody, period, in a story. But it's specifically for the people that just see what they want. It's like right in front of you, right? But you're kind of reaching for it, but you're not reaching for it so much. And you've got to do that. The blue-footed booby is saying, what are you waiting for? And the puffin is saying, let's fly, right? Okay, I don't know why I'm being told to tell this. Okay, good. You guys start, if you're willing to, will you start listing in the comments what this is that you want to do? What this is, this precipice that you are just so afraid to step off. You're afraid to step off that platform and just fly. What is this? Like a flying squirrel. Wonder Twin powers activate. Form of a flying squirrel. Whee! Yes, I was a cartoon kid. I'm still a cartoon adult. Oh, cool, Lisa. Imagine that. A death doula. Okay. You can be a full-time spiritual coach. The move. Oh, Tanya, girl, you got that. Be a healer. What kind of healer? CB Muzz. Making music professionally. Okay. Online yoga. Oh, good, little C, big C. Supportive spiritual coach and energy work. Maureen, you can do that any day you wanted. You are totally there. The ability is there right now. Ending one relationship by expressing and standing in my own truth, not someone else's. Okay. See what I'm doing, Karen T? Mm-hmm. Moving to Jackson. Everyone should move to Florida. Broadcaster and impact producer. What's an impact producer, Kelly? Yes, girl. Tanya, that's on me. I forgot to get Ray something this weekend. I'll get it to him today. It should just be a couple of days. Full-time artist. Okay, horse trainer. Ooh. Right. Okay. Wonderful. Dawn, did it have to be that esoteric this morning? Your goal is to become. I dig you on that, though. Sometimes you get to a place in your spiritual walk where really you're like, what's next? What could be next? And it's got to be that. It's got to be the ultimate, the pinnacle, the apex. I get it. I really do. A shamanic practitioner healer. Okay, now tell me the things. Oh, girl, dye your hair bright blue. I love it. Okay. Hey, Tammy Sprinkle. Hey, Amanda. Okay, exactly. Now what you want to do is, if you're willing, just write down about a boy. It always is, isn't it, Masha Mel? Okay. So now tell me what's holding you back. You can just give one word or whatever, but I mean, respected unity feeling. Okay. Well, walk in wisdom as long as you respect yourself. That's really all that's important. But yeah, overcoming the fear of being powerful. That's interesting. Fear of failure. Lack of confidence. Thinking. Fear. I can't make it on my own. Day job. Money to support family. Yep. Not good enough. Imposter. Yep. All right, there you go. So here's the thing. If you know what's holding you back, then logic would dictate that you could move forward to heal it, eradicate it, cut it out of your sphere, cut it out of your energy matrix. Issues around visibility. Kelly Keeley, did you see yesterday's daily reading? That was for you, sis, right there. That was for you. Social anxiety. I don't know where to start. Okay. I hear that a lot. Yay for rain in Mumbai. Yay. Y'all need rain over there for sure. Okay, good, Keely. Or Kelly. Yeah, Kelly, I'm glad to know that. Okay. So here's how these two animals are super applicable to that. Your throat chakra, of course, is the blue chakra. And yes, it denotes communication, but some people think that it only denotes communication leaving you. It's communication, period. The conversations you're having in your own head, the conversations you're having in your own heart. And what I will tell you is the first place to start is to consider how important what you want to do is to you, because I'm telling you this right now. We're pretty much comprised of fight or flight, or there's a third one somebody taught us the other day and I don't remember. And sometimes people will freeze with fear, and other times people will flight, right? If you guys know that fear, flight, or there's another one. I don't remember what it is. There's the freeze. Fear, flight, and freeze. Thank you, Michelle. Fear, flight, and freeze. I just said the word freeze too. So if I would consider what kind of person you are, I would start with that. And I will tell you that in my family, and I do believe I would have been like this anyway, even if I had not grown up in the circumstances, because I was terribly willful even as a baby, terribly willful. And it hadn't changed much now. I'm just a 54-year-old baby. But I just don't quit. I don't quit. I don't know when to quit. And that can be a good thing or a bad thing. But I have always trusted that if it pops in my pumpkin head, it's meant for me to do. I know when things are not meant for me to do, and sometimes I've chosen to do them. You know, like that extra shot of tequila when you're 34 and you're living in LA and you're dancing on, Rodeo Drive or, Sunset Strip or whatever. I knew I shouldn't have had those extra shots of tequila, and yet I did. And I have fond memories, what I can remember of it. But here's the point. When I was told, I was told by many, many people when I talked to some of the agents that I worked with, because I used to have a company here in Florida, and I would find the kids and I would train the kids, and then we would go out to like one of the big conventions, or I'd just take them out for a private audition with the best children's agents out there at the time. This was 15 years ago. I would ask them about coming to LA and managing, having a bi-coastal company. And every one of them said, don't do it. Just don't do it. You'll never make any money. Nobody out here really knows you. You don't have the rep yet. You don't this. We know you because we've met you at conventions and we've auditioned your kids. They win all the top awards at the conventions, so on and so forth. But by and large, you've got to have other relationships with casting directors and this. And I was like, okay. And I didn't listen to them. I did not. Because I believe in a thing called the phone. And as long as I have a phone, I can create a connection with whomever I wish. So I went about it that way. And until it didn't work out anymore, it worked out really, really well. Whatever your fear is, you've got to look it square in the eye and work with the fool, because what's your definition of failure? What's your definition of being good enough? What's your definition of this, of that, or whatever, right? Well, Lisa, okay, so let's talk about, I know you're usually fighting everything, but quitting your day job, you're in a freeze, working on trusting the universe has a net to catch the fall. Now, let's talk about this. I'm not telling y'all to walk out there willy-nilly and just close your eyes and free fall. I use this situation a great deal because it's probably the most relevant one I can think of. But if y'all ever saw Raiders of the Lost Ark, whichever one it was, and he's trying to get across this big chasm in a cave, and he's solving the clues, the puzzles in his mind, and he starts to step out. Well, what he does is he sprinkles sand on. He just throws sand out, and lo and behold, sand catches in midair. Poof, that's the invisible bridge, but it's really there. So you see Harrison Ford take this big gulp. He closes his eyes, and then he takes a small step out. and he looks down and he's fine. And he looks around, he takes another step. That's it, right? It's that kind of thing. Don't just poof up and quit without a plan. Don't just poof up and quit, without a, without something in place. Because when people do that and they say, I just have to trust the universe will provide, that there are too many variables left in that statement. And I'm telling you now, the universe responds to specificity. What do you mean by the universe will provide? What specifically does that mean? Does it mean it'll just give you enough just to keep food on the table and a roof over your head, but you can't pay for gas, can't pay for this, can't pay for that? Will it make you $100,000 a year net or gross? Will it do this? Will it do that? You've got to be specific. And once you start to get those, once you start to get detailed like that, then the universe will go, oh, okay. And you'll see more of a manifestation of that. Oh, okay. And then you'll see more of a manifestation of that. So I'm going to move on, but I really encourage you all to do this, to work with these two animals if something is holding you back. And notice both of them are birds. Now, here's something else these birds have in common. They don't fly particularly well, but in the water, they're land animals because they're birds, but they spend the vast majority of their life in the water, which is where they feel most comfortable. So you may have some clunky times that you are, that you're feeling like, I'm going to crash land. Y'all, I use myself as an example a lot, not because I'm blabby or want y'all to know about my life, but I just figure, I don't know. I just am always told that, I really am the spiritual crash test dummy. And if there's something that I can share that will be helpful, then share it. Because I'm not perfect and I work on my growth every day like y'all do. Believe me, I do. And I will tell you that I don't care who you're watching. There isn't a celebrity psychic out there that doesn't have demons and things to work through, because every single human being does. If, every one of them does, I venture a guess to say. So even in times when I'm like, oh, I'm coming in for a crash landing, I know that there is a beautiful pool of water waiting for me, because that is my comfort zone. It's where I am most comfortable and where I feel most confident and safest, and like I can really get somewhere. For you, it might be you land in a beautiful field of flowers. You land at the top of a mountain. You land in your own home. You land in your own heart. Bye, Angela. Have a great day, honey. So, I 5 times Scorpio. For real, girl. Kelly, you and I we'll have a margarita one day and we'll talk about all of it, right? Nope. Nobody understands Scorpios like other Scorpios. We're crazy. But all right, so I'm going to move on. And I'm sorry, you guys. I know I started late. I'm very sorry. But I have to end at 9:30 on the dot because Catherine and I are doing a video right after this. Oh, wow, Mama Bear? What does that mean, Michelle? Oh, wow. What's oh, wow? Bye, Cherry. Yeah. Well, Tanya. That's because y'all want to know somebody dang psychic and who can read tarot? That's Tanya Paz. She should be doing it every day, but she doesn't. That's a conversation for another time, Tanya. I'm being pushed to learn something that I'm oblivious to, something deeply rooted yet needing release. I will continue phasing through it until it's learned. Dawn, do you ever just have fun? Just ever have fun? Or are you too busy thinking deep thoughts? There you go. Okay. Somebody ask a question. I want to answer questions for the last few minutes. Who needs a question? I might be having to move. Don't know if I have a place to go to or not. Okay, so you don't need me to pull on that. Rosa Lipke, you absolutely have a place to go. It was meant for you before you ever were going through this situation. So I would tell you that. I don't even have to pull a card, but I will pull a card so that you can know the animal energy to work toward, so that you can become confident that the right place is waiting for you, because that which we seek is seeking us. Rumi says that. And so now here's what I'm going to do. I'm specifically going to ask for you, Rosa Lipke, show Rosa the animal energy that she can start working with and get in deep relationship now as her spirit and power animal that will help you trust there's a place, find the place. Bah, bah, a sheep. And that's about gentleness. Wow, is that about gentleness? And being with the right flock and all of those things. So here's what I can tell you psychically. You can't fear, being in a place of fear and uncertainty is not gentleness. Because usually somewhere inside of ourselves, especially adults, we're beating ourselves up for feeling fearful, for being, whatever. You got to be gentle with yourself, number one. But the second thing that I'm hearing is you've got to move where there's a flock. For instance, a flock of your own, meaning that you fit in with, a herd. I've said it before, I live in Gainesville, Florida. There aren't a lot of people here that are part our tribe for me. There's not. Not that I require a lot, but there's just not. Oh, how I wish to live in Glastonbury or Sedona at least part of the year. Oh, how I wish to do that. I'm working on it. But I'm being told, Rosa, and I'm going to move on pretty quickly. A, be gentle with yourself. And B, you've got to find a place wherever you're going to move. Keep your spirit calling in a place where your tribe is going to be. That's really important for you. I feel like you've been a fish out of water where you are. And that's going to be your thing. Okay. Hold on. Let me go back up to the questions. Cherry, are you going through right path? I assume you mean, are you going through the appropriate path, not to the right, like physically to the right? Well, Lisa, okay. Cherry B, dang girl, that's a Komodo dragon. You're on the right path. Dragons, whether they're Komodo dragons, dragonflies, real dragons, like there be dragons who love you for you are crunchy and taste good with ketchup. That's it. Komodo dragon are ancient. They, they have survived everything and they keep on surviving. They are double Dutch tough. And so, yes, not only am I hearing that you absolutely are on the right path. However, I am being told for you to hit it more strongly, like more, with more of a sense of purpose, meaning I'm going to do this or I'm going to die trying, and really mean it. Like there's something that you've got going on that is so important, and you will survive it the long haul. You will be able to cut it for the long haul. So work with Komodo dragon. Okay. I hope that's helpful. Okay. Black Panther. I love it. Marsha Taylor, you certainly may have a card. Marsha, you got the 10 of Pentacles. I love that. Kissing pigs. Who doesn't love that? You know, the 10 of Pentacles is all about success and wealth and great gifts coming to you. And it is just one of the happiest cards in any tarot deck. So Marcia Taylor, there you go. 10 of Cups. What does that read? What? Family, true wealth, and avoiding risk. Now, if this card were inverted, it would really be about avoiding risk, but I don't feel that for this time. I do feel like 10 of Pentacles. I'm really drawn to the pigs though, with pig energy. And there's something about the intelligence of pigs. I don't know, Marcia, if maybe you're questioning your intelligence, or that has been something you've been questioning, but you are deeply intelligent. I don't know why you need to hear that today, but you do. Okay, Jamie, what do you need to know about your relationship with someone named Jesse that might help? Okay. Jamie, I hope this doesn't call you out too badly, but I'm going to say it anyway. One of y'all, and I kind of want to lead towards you, Jamie, is when you get into a relationship, I think this is you. It might be the other party, but I really think this is you. You tend to go for the gusto. Almost like a way too soon kind of thing. You get invested. You do extravagant things, cook a 9-course meal when you've only been dating 2 or 3 weeks or something like that. And it's not that big of a deal, but it's something to take a look at, because now you've got the Chariot card, and that is about victory and moving forward, period, end of story. So I feel like this is going to go well. Don't let it go too fast, and be really clear, because the Scarab is the 10 of Wands, and that's about working too hard at something. And it's really important to work smart and not hard, but it's about this giant bundle of all these big straws that this old boy is holding. And I just feel like, again, one of you might be a too much too soon kind of person, where you're so anxious for it to work out that you just put on the theatrics all the time, in every sense of the word. That's not needed in this relationship. It's not needed. The other energy feels like it's pretty calm, cool, and collected. And so I hope that's very helpful. I hope that's helpful. So, Amy, you'd like a message about your visit to your dad's house. He's a hoarder. Oof. All right. Everybody's got a different version of what hoarding means. Okay, and this is why I love the animals. So diving beetles are about what? Fatherhood, curiosity, strategy. Okay. You're going to have to take a deep dive that you probably would not really want to take, but I don't think that's in the way that you think. I think a lot of emotional stuff is going to come up for you that you're not prepared for, Amy. A lot. There's just no way to predict it until you're at that time. When I was first dating my ex-husband, he comes from a privileged family and I don't. And we were having a little bit of challenge getting on the same page about a few things regarding finances. Not really trouble, but we were just trying to blend our histories and our habits together and whatnot. And so I said, how about we get on the motorcycle one day and we drive out to the old house that I grew up in. Okay. So on a Saturday morning, we get on there and we truck on down to the Florida Highlands between Ocala, Denellen, and Bellevue. And we rode up on the trailer the top was smashed in, the windows were shattered out. It was a mess. It was a mess. I didn't think I was going to feel any kind of way, and I didn't even get off the bike before I started sobbing so hard I had to sit down. I didn't know that was going to happen. It was the least thing from my mind. We were having a good time. They were going to go have beer and beer and veggie. Well, me with the veggie thing, and him with the shrimp and oyster. Anyway. So there's a great restaurant, by the way, called Stump Knockers right there on State Road 200 by the it sits right on the Withlacoochee River. It's beautiful. The river is. The restaurant's nothing to look at, but they've got some of the best seafood in the state of Florida. But anyway, it's that kind of thing. You're not prepared, Amy. But here's the thing. Meerkat family. One of the things that meerkats are most well known for is how they protect each other and how they raise children together. And so if you're choosing to do this for your father, just keep remembering you all coined you penned a sacred contract. And this is part of your sacred contract for whatever your reasoning was and whatever his reasoning was. So maybe if you go to do this good deed that it sounds like you're going to do, you brace for the emotions. That's number one. But number two, what you do is just keep reminding yourself not to get all deep in the feels, but really to be vigilant about looking around to see what the messages and the lessons are for you. And you'll be able to get through this faster and easier than you might have imagined. All right, let me keep going. I got just a few more minutes. Okay. Karen T, what does the Phoenix have to say this June? Sorry, guys. The guy that's helping me in my backyard, my handyman guy. Sorry, this just felt Hops. It's Mr. Jeremy. Hops. Sorry, y'all. Coyote. Karen T. Coyote. Oh my goodness. Look at the wisdom in that coyote's eyes. This is all about revealing illusions. I think I think this is exactly what Phoenix is saying. Because when you pair this up with once the illusions are revealed, I don't think you're going to like it one bit. I keep hearing there's more money than you think you know. You're going to find that out if you haven't already, maybe yesterday or this morning or something, literally in a short amount of time. And you're actually going to rise up. You're not even prepared. You're not even prepared. You think about it and you dream about it, but you can't possibly be seeing what's in store for you. You just can't possibly be seeing it, because if you did see it, pardon me. Hobbs, come on. Come on, chunky monkey. Yeah, good girl. She's saving me from imminent death. She saved all of y'all from imminent death. Intruder alert, intruder alert. You can't know what you can't know. And I don't think you've ever dreamed of emerging as powerfully and as big as is going to happen. I despite whatever you do or don't do, it's just going to happen. You're just going to keep being put on a trajectory to go here, 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 and here. And the next thing you know, whoosh. Okay. All right. Let's see. I hope that's helpful. Yes or no to the person who just returned? It's a yes and a no. It's going to be yes for some short time, and then it's going to be nope. But when you do get the nope, it'll end on a much more peaceful note this time. Both of you will be glad of it. Alphanumerical 1, I hope you heard that. Yes, I can pick a card to help you channel your inner child. Healing the inner child. All right, Jacqueline Hepler. Jacqueline, every time I see your name, I think it's Helper. You must be one of the helpers. Interesting. So Jacqueline, armadillo, which is called, the Spanish word for what armadillo means is little armored one. And I'm wondering how you are at setting boundaries, how thick your skin is. Or conversely, do you put up too much of a wall? Do you put up too much armor? Or is your skin too thick? And I feel when I step into your energy, Jacqueline, I feel like you're in shutdown. Like at this moment in your life, you're not really feeling sad or happy or angry. You're not really feeling too much. I just feel like this ground zero where nothing is going on emotionally. If you're going to work with a inner child, you've got to allow the emotions. There's no choice. Now, again, I'm not a medical professional. I've never coached or counseled anybody about working with their inner child ever. I would be a terrible coach. I'd tell you the same thing my mom told me. Put your big boy panties on. Let's go. Which was, fine when you're a kid, but, there might have been a gentler way to go about it. Jacqueline, I got one more message for you. I keep seeing something about a car. In particular, I'm seeing a VW Bug. I don't know if you have one, had one was important to you in your lifetime. So far, I don't know, but I keep seeing about a car and a VW Bug. But it looks like it looks like Herbie the Love Bug from the Disney movie. So there's something super adorable about a car you're getting or want to get or just got. Something about a VW Bug, and it looks just like Herbie. So I love that. I'm not sure what that has to do with. There you go. All right. Yes, Don. Enjoy your life a bit more, please. Don't make me come over there, wherever you live. Okay. I've been having trouble with my throat chakra on speaking healthy boundaries. Matt? Okay. Matt, you're having trouble speaking healthy boundaries. I assume you want to speak about boundaries. Tortoise. Slow steps, but every time. So what that means is one day you say something small to someone. The next day, if you say one word to them or you give them one look, the next day you give them 2 words or 2 looks. The third day you give them 3. It's small steps, but steady and sure wins the race. Steady and sure wins the race. And I don't feel like you're fearful of people, Matt. I feel like you are incredibly sensitive to how others feel, and you would rather take the hit yourself than have them take the hit. Hopefully everybody can get to a situation where nobody takes a hit at all. Hopefully. And so, yeah, slow and steady. You do a little bit more every day, but it's a conscious thing. You've got to make yourself do it every day so that when you get to the end of the day, you can sit and you can say, I did this today. The next day, I did this today. I did this today. Okay, I hope that's helpful. Maureen, if I'm supposed to be speaking up and developing, why do you keep getting shut down in certain areas? So that's a really ambiguous question. I'm going to pull a card for you, Maureen, because I've communicated with you and I could answer that from my perspective, just as me, but I'm going to pull a card for you. Girl, really? Okay. Amy, I know this is for you too, if you're still on here. The Empress card, that is about abundance and fertility. She is the ultimate Earth Mother. Now, the ultimate Earth Mother is not afraid of saying the hard things. She's not afraid of asking the hard questions. And she's not afraid of taking the hard actions. But I think this is a perfect card for you, Maureen, because I have to tell you, I know a lot of people. You're such a kind and generous and gracious person, so full of love. It's like Sometimes I'm like, God, can she love people that much? But she does. But when it comes to getting shut down, nobody shuts down Mother Nature. It doesn't happen that way. But Mother Nature knows the perfect response. So for instance, other than when weather is created by man, and I believe that it does. I believe we and other countries have the technology to change the weather. I don't imagine it's really very that hard to do. And so other than when things happen that are, whether things are created, I would tell you that Mother Nature knows how to balance things. Yes, I'm sorry this place had a tsunami at this point, but I will bet there were any number of reasons that Mother Nature responded to that area in that manner. I bet you. Yes, I'm sorry there was a twister in Kansas, but there was a reason that it touched down where it did, and it did the kind of damage that it did. And I watch it in Florida here with all the hurricanes all the time. All the time. All the time. So I would tell you that, Maureen, you're getting shut down perhaps because the response needed at the time from you may not be in the communication style that's most beneficial for you. And that if you'll become comfortable with asking the hard questions, that would be much better. That would be much, much better for you. If you would get comfortable saying the hard things, it would be much easier for you. And I'll leave you at that. Okay, you guys, I gotta go. I am so sorry. Wait, hold on. Walk in wisdom. I have deception being thrown at a judge to cloud the custody matter. I've been the sole. Okay, I don't. That's walk in wisdom. I can only answer a question, but I will pull a card. Dang girl, listen. I hope you're still here. I just was told I had to get this. Walk in wisdom. You bust up in that place like the reason that this condor wanted to be the King of Swords is because if you look at that determined stride, when you look at that set look on this old boy's face, what you're seeing, what I heard from this condor is a king may have all the loyal subjects in all the world, but sometimes when you want something done right, you just got to do it your dang self. And that's what this is about. And the King of Swords takes no prisoners. When his sword fells, it fells swift and true. That's how you deal with that. And work with Condor energy. Read everything you can about Condor, and just ask Condor to follow you into court. That's it, right there. Okay. I love you guys very much. I did stay a few extra minutes. I gotta go. I'm doing a video with Catherine. From now on, I will have a link up on YouTube. Or no more Twitch. It's not happening ever again. We will never have the problems unless YouTube goes down or my internet goes down. I don't think so. They got all the problems fixed. We will not have those glitches again. I thank you so very much for your kindness. I just thank you all very, very much. And so, what are the most important things that you should do today and every day? Do good for animals, including yourself, and stay wild. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.